forecast that might be changing soon, Jen.
Changing just a little bit. I know we're not going to be seeing those blue skies as much. I know as we do have those rain chances increasing. But let's go ahead and take a look across the entire southeast right now, because we're still starting to see a lot of that cloud cover, those rain showers. And then even over in Greene County, Mississippi, they are starting to see some of those isolated showers and thunderstorms. So zooming in closer, you can start to see Mobile, Baldwin counties quiet now. A sprinkle out there can't be ruled out so far for this afternoon, as we are starting to see more of that humidity and also those dew points higher with that southerly wind and that instability there. So just maybe a sprinkle or two finding your way, but then also checking out just near Leakesville and also Sand Hill, starting to see more of those rain showers starting to pick up. Again, going to be isolated the further out west that you are, but then also starting to see some thunder and lightning picking up too. That'll start to diminish heading further on into our evening. But let's check out those daytime highs. It was warm out there, but beautiful for your Tuesday afternoon. 78 in Mobile, 84 up in Evergreen. Above average for most places, normally at 76 for this time of year, but Pensacola and Gulf Shores at 75. As we do look in on your headlines, heading further on into this evening, patchy and dense fog possible. So in case you find yourselves near any of those waterways, the Bayway, for example, just make sure you pad on a little bit extra time heading out the door tomorrow morning, as you could potentially see some delays. For your Wednesday forecast, we're going to have a breezy afternoon tomorrow, so anything that blows away easily, you might want to go ahead, bring it inside. And then for the week ahead, those thunderstorms are returning. I'll have all the details on those chances, plus also a look at your traffic coming up soon. Shelby.
All right.
Checking in on your traffic, we are starting to see some delays right now, and from this shot on the Bayway, as we're taking a look from Daphne towards downtown, it's looking pretty decent on this route, but as we do approach closer towards downtown, that is where we are starting to see some delays. So let's go ahead and dive right on, seeing a few accidents out there to start off your Tuesday afternoon. And that first one's going to be on I-10 eastbound. That lane currently blocked from exit 17A to B, so just something to keep in mind as you do head closer towards Rangeline Road. We are starting to see that left lane closed, so we are starting to see some of those heavy delays. Now, nothing quite affecting I-65, not backing up onto it, but then as you do head closer towards downtown, we are starting to see an accident on I-10 westbound. That lane was blocked at US 90, but since we've been on, so well, it looks like it's starting to look a lot faster. It was red about halfway through. As you can see, you're still starting to see some of those delays on the back end of that, but those drive times, in case you are heading westbound, well, Bayway, it's going to be about 16 minutes. Causeway, about 8 minutes. Going to be your best bet for this afternoon. We'll keep you updated through the 4 o'clock hour. Shelby. Our forecast. Let's go ahead and check in on those temperatures, because right now we're running pretty warm out there, especially the further up north you head. We're starting to see those 80s in a lot of places, even Evergreen closer towards the mid 80s. As you head closer down towards the coast, though, that's when you're going to start to see those temperatures cooling off just slightly, but still 78 here in Mobile, 72 in Orange Beach, and then Destin at 71, over a 10-degree temperature gradient once you do get closer towards the Gulf. Now, wind out of the south currently, so this is making it feel just a little bit muggy out there, also contributing to those pop-up showers that we're seeing. Breezy right now in Pensacola and Milton, starting to be about 15 miles per hour, and then closer towards Mobile, about 10 miles out of the south. Something else that this is going to be keeping us from is dropping heavily into this evening for our overnight lows. We're going to continue to see those lower 60s tonight, so more on the mild side than what we saw waking up early this morning. Also, we're going to be seeing increased cloud cover heading closer towards tomorrow morning. All of this combined is the perfect ingredients for some fog too here along the Gulf Coast. So we're going to start to see that visibility drop heading further towards your Wednesday morning. 0-mile visibility expected in quite a few places. So patchy to dense fog is possible, especially as you head closer towards some of those waterways or also any low-lying areas. It's going to start to mix out heading further on into our morning once we do introduce some sunshine, but our Dauphin Island sensor still showing some of that visibility low by tomorrow morning. May have to pad on some extra commute time in case you are heading out early. For your full data planner tomorrow, though, we're going to start to see more of those clouds moving in. It's going to be mostly cloudy skies for the majority of the day. Isolated showers can't be ruled out heading into the afternoon, but the biggest thing we're all going to be seeing is some breezy, gusty winds. As we get further on into the day, those breezy winds really starting to pick up, gusts up to 30 to 35 miles per hour possible, and those daytime highs, luckily they're staying in the upper 70s. We're going to be in the lower 70s by the time we make it closer towards 6 p.m. with that cloud cover moving in. And then something else to talk about, those rain chances. Now tomorrow we do have those isolated chances in the forecast, but then they really start to bump up heading closer towards your weekend. Best chances are going to come in for your Friday and your Saturday, and then we're going to level off for the second half of your weekend and to start off next week. So let's go ahead and time out some of this. Starting off for this evening, we're going to see some of those clouds moving on through, those isolated chances go away. But then starting off tomorrow morning, again, increased cloud cover moving in from our west. Still some spotty shower chances possible heading further on into the afternoon. And then you start to see that line move in as we head further on into the weekend. Now for your full beach forecast tomorrow, it's going to be looking beautiful, mid-70s. That rip current risk staying at moderate. But then for your full 7-day outlook, breezy tomorrow. Isolated rain showers and thunderstorms starting up for your Thursday. Best chances Friday and Saturday. But hey, at least we're staying warm. Those overnight lows also staying in the 60s. Lenise.
All right, thanks, Jen.
So checking in on your traffic once again, let's go ahead and take a live look outside right now. Starting to see those cars move in and out of Wallace Tunnel on the Mobile County side. Also just in that shot, you can't quite see it, but there is a vehicle on the shoulder. Starting to see some of those delays building on I-10 westbound. Now diving right in, a lot going on here, and there is one accident I do really want to focus on, and that's going to be on I-10 eastbound. That lane currently blocked at exit 17A and B right as you approach closer towards Rangeline Road. Starting to see heavy delays in this area. The good news though is that it isn't backing up onto I-65 quite yet. That interchange still looking clear, but just be cautious as you do change right there. That's where we are going to start to see some of those delays building. Now we are starting to see that congestion building on I-10 westbound as well with that stalled car. Again, it has moved to the shoulder, so starting to move a bit more smoothly, but still starting to see some of those delays extending towards that causeway exit. Now, as we do check out those drive times, in case you are heading westbound, Bayway looking a lot better. 12 minutes right now. Causeway 9 minutes. Doesn't matter which one you choose so far for this afternoon, but Jason will keep you updated through the 5 o'clock hour. Lenise. Downtown from our Admiral camera, you can start to see a lot of those blue skies. Just a couple of clouds out there, but that did not stop our daytime highs from really warming up out there. And even now, we're still looking at those warmer temperatures, 78 in Mobile, 74 in Pensacola, sunshine in both places. But then also those southerly winds, a little bit breezy out there, making it feel just a little bit warmer and also going to contribute tonight to some fog. So let's go ahead and look at that on our Fox 10 Fogcast. Heading further on into the morning, we're starting to see that visibility really dropping well below a mile in some places, even 0 miles here in Bay Minette and closer towards Mobile, along with Pensacola. So we're starting to expect some of that patchy to dense fog tomorrow morning. In case you do have an early morning commute, may want to go ahead and pad on some extra time. Leave a little bit earlier as we could possibly see some delays with that. Make sure your headlights are on too, so that mainly you're visible to other drivers. As we make our way further on into your afternoon and your late morning, we're going to start to see a lot of that mix out with your sunshine, but we still could see some low visibility around some of those coastal spots and also near Mobile Bay as we head further on into the day. Waking up tomorrow morning, we're going to be seeing more mild temperatures, mid-50s as you head further inland, closer towards the coast. We're going to start to see those lower 60s. Sunrise also getting earlier tomorrow morning, 6:34 a.m. For our beach flags, we're still starting to see that wind out of the south. That's bumping up our rip current risk just slightly and making those waves just a little bit rougher. So yellow flags still flying. And heading further on into your week, that rip current risk really going to start to bump up for your Thursday and your Friday as we start to see those rain chances also begin to bump up. A lot of spring breakers. Make sure you do heed those flags, and also keep in mind heading closer towards the weekend, if those double red flags do fly, it does mean that the Gulf waters are closed and it is illegal to swim. Heading further on into tomorrow afternoon, though, very warm temperatures. We're going to start to see those lower to mid 80s for our inland spots, closer towards the I-10 Metro, upper 70s. And as you head closer towards the Gulf, we're going to start to see those mid 70s. So still expecting about that 10-degree temperature gradient between the inland spots as you head further down south, but a warm day indeed. Let's go ahead and check in on your Futurecast once again. We're starting to see some of those isolated showers tonight, heading further on into your tomorrow. Still going to see some of those clouds early on in the day. Heading on into the afternoon, spotty rain chances 20%, but it's going to be very hit or miss, quick passing, and most places will stay dry for your Wednesday. Heading further on into your Thursday, though, that's when we're going to start to see this line begin to approach closer. But this model specifically is starting to even show it breaking apart slightly for your Thursday morning. So by the time you're heading out the door around 7 a.m., this is going to be that line, but really beginning to break off. As you head closer down towards the south, we're starting to still see it hang on just slightly, and that'll begin to push out heading further on into your Thursday afternoon, leaving some sunshine behind it. Now, despite all of that, we do have a severe weather risk heading into Thursday. Marginal risk, 1 out of 5 risk zone. Gusty winds still going to be possible for that day. Just something to be aware of. We'll continue to keep you updated on Fox 10 News for the latest with that. But then for your full 10-day outlook, breezy tomorrow, especially in the afternoon, gusts up to 30-35 miles per hour possible. Warming temperatures will continue along with those rain chances increasing as well. Best chances coming for your Friday and your Saturday, leveling off by next week, but staying mostly cloudy, and then also a cool down coming by next week too. Shelby.
The Ingenuity